Hey guys, so this is where we have gotten to. We have the program, it starts, I have it set to already load the video. We do select points and then we select point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. There they are, everything is fine. We should be able to click continue. We should also be able to reset. And when we click reset, it will set all these back to 0 and clear the image. So let's go ahead and create our reset button. Now, for the reset button, it's going to look just like the auto button, I suppose. Just like this button, except it's going to be reset points, right? And it's going to be a little smaller. And I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to give it a unique name in here and just call it reset. And let's see, unlock the label, move it, and relock it. There it is. Now, the reset will come in here and will be our third option, to reset. Reset means we have to add a new case, so add case after. Okay, so we just reset. What does this mean? Well, first, this means that the array that was created over out here is needed in here. Now, there's multiple ways of doing this. One way is I could bring it out from here, just add it in here. That's one way of doing it. Another way would be to take this and just copy this and do it again in here. So it all comes down to how everybody likes to do their stuff. Now, in my case, what I believe I would like to do is I'd like to use the original. Right? I'm just going to get the original from out here, and instead of having to process it again, I just have it. It's just sitting right there, just waiting to be used. Right? And there it is. Just ready and waiting to be used. This is also the data we have in here. Now remember, this is an array of 4. So basically, if I take this and index it at any point, now this is going to be done up to 4 times, from 0 to 4 times. So if I don't have this here, instead of having all this, I can just bring this all the way from out here. I'm going to put a stop for it. There we go. And use it. Just use it. That just makes for beautiful, simple and efficient programming. Right? I can actually perhaps move this upwards, move this to the left, move this a little downwards, move this a little upwards. So basically I'm trying to make, this moves that. Okay, I don't like that then. There we go. I'll just leave it as is. But, so we just simplified just a little bit. Now, going to our third case, these, by the way, could have names, right? So this 3 could be reset. Case 3, reset. I think this could work. Case 2 is repeat, redo point. Case 1 is the auto. There we go. Not sure if this works. I think I just broke the system. Oh yeah, I just broke the system. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Well, I have them named. This is an index number that is referring to some event from the outside world. So what I could do is I could set up an event systems tray like this one. Right? I could set up an array out here with with a string or anything else. Does not really matter. And I could call this the default. Right? I could create one and call it the default. I could create another. I could create another and call it the automatic. This would be the redo point, and this would be the reset. This is the redo, this is the reset. This would be the data. Now, what I would do next is I would take this and use it as an indexer. So index the location of this, which includes 0, from here, and use that as my input data. It's gonna make everything go a little haywire. So now the data is text, right? So we would need to do is add case after. Oh, okay, we need to specify the name. Well, this would be the... You know what? I don't like this. I'm not gonna do that. Let's see, delete this case. It doesn't matter, I don't need this. It's fine. It's not a whole complex amount of cases, so it's fine. And we just added the reset, which is gonna be number 3. And you can easily see them here. So this is the auto, the first one. The second one is gonna be these points. And the third one is going to be obviously the reset. So what happens in the reset? In the reset, the points 0 to 4 are reset from 0 to 4. So the data line output is the resetted data line. And the pick that we're going to use, we're not going to use this one that's being recycled. We're going to use a brand new one. So we just come here, take this, connect it here, and that's it. That is our reset. It seems our reset and our default are identical, except that they are not. The difference is right here in this point, right, as in our array. Our default is going to keep the array, while our reset is going to bring back the old array with nothing in it, right? So that's the main difference going on here. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let's run the system. Let's say we set some points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reset the points. Everything's set to 0. Reset point 2, point 4. So this should be reselect, right? Reselect point 4, reselect point 3, reselect point 1. Well, it should be reselect point 2, reselect point 4, reselect point 3. So we can mess around with this and create some remarkable things. And I'll come back and explain what we could do. One thing we could do is we could, instead of reset and all these, we could show select point 1 only. So let's see what this would look like. Okay, and I didn't select it, right? Did you guys see that? If I do this and I click cancel, it shows it there. If I click this and I click OK, it shows it there. We have a problem in our resetting that this could be 0. Let's go ahead and fix that. This is our resetting, right? And it is drawing at this point all the points. Now all I want to do is I want to tell it don't draw the 0 points, which requires this long procedure right here, which we could fix. Interesting. Let's see what's happening here. Here, we could also have it set up so that the 0, 0 doesn't draw. Interesting. Do you guys see that? So we can add a 4th input. Well, actually, we do not need a 4th input. This could be built into the system. This true-false is built into the system. Do you see that? It's taking the point which goes into the system and just using it out here, and we could have that done at every single point. Let's do that. Let us do that. So we're going to take this, and remember, this is the false case. If I open this, Control E, add this right there, convert this, well, remove it. I'm going to move these outwards. I'm going to get a structure, a case structure of true or false that is purely dependent on the points. There we go. That's it. No, this needs to be the false case. Make this case false. I'm going to just there we go. and we need the true case to always be connected. There we go. Save. We did not add anything, remove anything. Everything is still there. Save. There we go. We have just added that feature. This will not happen right now. I believe this will not happen. Let's try. Let's set 0.2 here. Yes, 0.3 there. Okay, select auto. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. Now we need to be careful. If I set this again, it resets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Select 0.1, select 0.2, select 0.3, select 0.4. Oh, select 0.4. There it is. What if we clear these? Right? Which is, nobody's ever going to use the reset, I guess, unless you want to use the auto again. So, but it's an option. We could have it clear every single point, but you just do this and it clears that easily, right? And can you go select all again? So first point, second point, third point, and fourth point. Problem solved. Stop. Let's come here. We do not need this anymore. We do not need this anymore. Yes. These have become built into our system. Our system is smart enough to know whether it needs to process or not. Now in this case, this is a different thing going on, so we're not going to touch this one. But in these other cases, we no longer need it. It serves no purpose anymore, right? I hope you guys understand why that is. Just aligning things, making them smaller and compact. There we go. Okay, so now this is fixed. Everything seems to be fixed. We have our reset button. We can go ahead and run the program. Reset, oh, well, select the points. 0.1, 0.2, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. Reset the points. There we go. Set 0.2, set 0.3, set 0.4, set 0.1. There we go. Select points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Now, I want to add a feature. I want to add a feature all the way over here at the end. And I want this feature to take the point, the status of the point, to determine what I want this to say, right? I want to determine this. So I'm going to right click on this button, which is all the way out here, right? But I'm not going to use it here. I'm going to create a property node of this, and property is the Boolean text, and I want the text itself. I believe this is the data I want. And what I want to do to this data is change this to right, and depending on whether this is true or false, I want it to determine the data. So depending on whether this is true or false. So in the event that this is true, and this needs to connect to this, there we go. Now let's get some data in there. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I am hopeful. There we go. Perfect. So the data I wanted to set here, if it is true, then I wanted to reselect. Maybe we should do it caps. I'm not sure if we should do it caps or not. Let's try caps. Reselect 0.1. Point dot 1. Yeah, let's do caps. Select 0.1. Right? So if we have already selected it, I wanted to reselect it. If we did not, then just select point 1. Let's see. I'm not sure if this will work. Let's see if it works before I start messing around with it. Run the system, and it says select point 1, right? So let's do that. I select point 1 to be there. And now it says reselect point 1. Do you guys see that? So now it's reselect point 1. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? Now we can set up an automated system to do this probably. Let's see. Can I? Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I have this set up in this way, but that's fine. We can keep it this way. Let's do it this way. Okay. So create a property button text. Right click, create property but boolean text. Right click, create property boolean text. And then I want to write, and I want to write. And let's take all these with us to the end and beyond. There we go. This is where we're going to have to access all this data. Now, what I'm trying to figure out in my head is that we can set this to be automatic. We can literally set it to automatically add the number 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 instead of having to set this sentence multiple times. All we need to do is do this concatenation of strings, which basically puts multiple strings together. And we'll need to do this many times. But the benefit is that we only need to set the sentence once. And you guys will see what I mean. So if we set the sentence to be like that, then for this point, then we just need to add this sentence to our other initial sentence, which I'll bring in a second. And then on the other side, we will need to do the same thing for this sentence. So there we go. Oh, no. There we go. And then we would just need to add, instead of all this, we just need to add the number 1 for this one and this one. There it is. So by setting up the system this way, all we need to do is take that, without this, copy paste, and then copy paste. There we go. I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this. This is point 2, point 3, point 4. I need to connect this to this. I need to connect this to this. And I need to connect this to this. There we go. And now what I need to do is I need to figure out what to do with these points. I could probably leave them here and keep this growing in this manner, or I could put them all the way at the end over here. Yes, I like this idea. Put them far, far away. Right? Yeah. I'd rather go vertical than horizontal, because everything else takes you horizontal. So point 1, point 1. Here's point 2. Here's point 3. And here's point 4. And then we have to select them from here. There's point 2, point 3, point 4. Alright, we can actually select all this, move them down this way. Oh, we'll need to move the text with us to this point. We can move this with the origin. We'll need to connect the first to the first, first to the first, first to the first, now second to the second, second to the second, and second to the second. We need to grab this and we'll grab these, move them a little, grab these, move them a little, grab these and move them a little. Move this line back, select all of these, except this and this, move them up, move them further away, in between, further away. And there we go. Get these and move them down here. Oh, almost fits. Probably select everything and move it away a little. And we can blame that on separation. There we go. So now we set it up. So this whole piece here sets up these words. So now they should all say select point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. Right? So you can easily, okay, I'm going to select point 2. Look at that. Reselect point 2. Okay, I'll do that. There we go. Now I can reset. Resets everything. It's perfect. Beautiful system. Very straightforward. Very easy to understand. Now, the next thing we should do, I want to play around with this, but we'll do that later. The next thing we should do, well, maybe we should do that now. So what this I want to do is select all 4 points. Select all 4 points. Alright, select point 1, select point 2, 3, select point 4, select all 4 points, and then reset all 4 points. Now the reset is pretty straightforward. Does it fit in here? Okay, does this fit in there? You probably have some set size for all the buttons. Move this a little down. There we go. Select all 4 points. Okay, let's keep it bigger. Now we could set this as well to do this system. and I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm trying to figure out. So I do want to add that feature to this, and I want to add it to rename other stuff as well. Basically, we shall take these, and if any of them is true, so basically we're going to convert the Boolean again to a array, and then we're going to add all those numbers as we have done in the past, and then we are going to check if any of these, if they are equal to 0 or not, right? And then there will be a true case system, just like before. This true case system will decide what to happen. So basically, we'll say one of two things. So we'll either say select all points, or it could say reset and select all 4 points. Select all 4 points. There we go. And this needs to, let's see, if I copy and paste this, it will give me just an empty Boolean. If I do link to pane, link to the auto button, and then that. There we go. Let's run it. So it says select all 4 points. Okay, let's say I select 2. Reset and select, reset all. Reset and select all 4 points. Or we could just add a select all 4 points. Select all 4 points. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's just add these here and here. Oh, what did I do? Thank you for the help. I just connected something to the wrong place. What did I connect to the wrong place? There we go. What? Oh, what is going on here? There we go. You are the decider. You go up here. You move, come here, take these, move a little, select these, move down a little. You come back here. You come back here. Well, you essentially start from all the way back there. And then you will need to end hopefully at the same point as everybody else. We select everybody else, move up by 1, select this, move up by 1, select all these, move up a little more. There we go. We can actually make an argument by moving these in here. There we go. Alright, so now we have this set up. Let's run it and test it. So it says select all 4 points. There, let's select all 4 points. First point, and enter. Second point, enter. Third point, enter. Fourth point, enter. We can, okay, reselect all 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We select the second point. Okay, there it is. Now, reset all 4 points. Why would you need to reset? I know I added this feature, now I'm thinking about it. It's like, okay, why would you ever need to reset all 4 points? Right, so you select all 4, Then you can reselect all 4. Select all 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Why would you need to reset? Nobody knows. But it's a feature. And since I have it, I'm not going to get rid of it. It's just a straight line, right? So it's like the simplest thing ever in this code. Okay, let us look at something else now. Let us look at the new button. Actually, well, if we cancel something, it won't let us go on. This will need to do a check. Where are these? This check will be done out here. Actually, this check has been done for us, hasn't it? We need this sum. If it's 0 for this to happen, if it's 4, we need to continue. So we're going to have to take data from up here and work with it. So this is going to have to keep moving downwards. We'll come back to it. Okay, let us look at some other pieces of data here. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to condense all this. And I think the best thing to do is to not do it on camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, this cancellation button is useless, right? It doesn't matter if you cancel. So we actually don't need this button at all. So I'm going to get rid of all that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and condense this entire code and basically move everything as much as I can close together, and then I will get back to you guys. I'm not going to change anything though. Alright, so see you guys on the next episode.